so the Catherine Rumler is the big news this morning because she resigned from Goldman Sachs. She was Obama's personal White House attorney. Like Obama's the one who's like sort of skated on this, and nobody's really brought up his name. But wait a second, like the vast majority of Epstein's most heinous crimes took place while Barack Obama was president.
Yep.
Well, Jeffrey Epstein got out of jail right as Barack Obama was being put into office, and all of this stuff was going on, and it's his lawyers, the White House counsel, who's communicating with this pedophile, this convicted, sentenced pedophile, and she's like tee-hee-heeing, doing favors for him through Obama. Obama is like signing executive orders. You can like tie all this back. The Rothschild Bank, like he's like doing all this stuff, and he's like somehow like Obama's getting zero pushback on this. Why is nobody asking Obama like, why didn't you do something about Jeffrey Epstein?
Because President Obama was created. He's not organic. I mean, you pick this obscure guy from college who has zero records. You have college professors that don't remember him ever being there. And he runs, and and all of a sudden people drop out of races, and he's unopposed, and he goes from a state senator to a U.S. senator to an unknown to being president of the United States because he was created. They found somebody that fit their mold. It's the classic. I went back and watched it a couple of days ago, the Brady Bunch, where Greg was wanting to be a great musician, and he was playing all this, like Jim Croce stuff or something. I don't know. And you look up who Jim Croce is. He was great. Bad.
Yeah.
But he had some kind of ballads that were kind of romantic and sad, And so Greg's this guy, and he goes in and this record studio, and they're like, yeah, man, yeah, we're really digging what you're putting down, and then he says, and the lady, and it's very almost Epstein-ish, and she says, oh, I'm never wrong about these things. Well, the guy that they had, Johnny Bravo, had quit before they could make him a star, and they'd already bought his suit, and Greg fit that suit. And so then they tried to make him a rock, and he was going to be a rock star, but because of his, his slave to his art form or whatever, he couldn't do it, which is total bogus. Anybody given that opportunity would take that chance. But that's the way Obama was. He fit the suit, and he was he's a good looking, articulate guy, and had a couple of kids, and came up through the corrupt Chicago machine, and you've got several in Congress that are just like that. The squad. I mean, you had billionaires putting money behind probably 30 or 40 different candidates across the country, and they hit on AOC. They hit on a bunch of them, and that's how they got there. And we got to start realizing this. And the conservatives just aren't good at creating anybody. I mean, we're all a mismatch of different backgrounds and everything. And somehow it tends to work occasionally, but here we are, one vote away from losing the majority. But back to the Epstein files, they were putting them out, and the media just for some reason, wouldn't pay any attention to Comer and the oversight committee. We were doing it the right way. 20 or 30,000 pages, and it wasn't good enough.